What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Curious World of I, who is I, me, Leon, just here sharing my experiences and self-discovery journey with others through spirituality, travel, mindset, and much more, in hopes to inspire and motivate others to become their best selves. So now that I have officially finished editing all of my travel vlogs from my gap year and have them on autopilot to be released twice a week, I really wanted to get back to making original content where I'm engaging with my YouTube friends and unpacking some of these experiences that I've had since I've kind of moved away from making original content, in hopes that, you know, the people who see my videos can pull some sort of insight or something useful from them. Now, for this video today, I want to talk about rediscovering our curiosity and kind of how I've been, recently rediscovering my own curiosity. Now, with that being said, depending on how long you've been a YouTube friend of mine, you may have noticed a slight name change from the World of I to Curious World of I. There's many reasons behind that, but for one, I really wanted to merge my existing Instagram with my YouTube channel, because many of the things I was posting on Instagram already really kind of coincide with the things I was uploading on YouTube. So if you haven't followed me yet on Instagram, it's Curious World of I with a period between each word, and I'll also leave a link to my Instagram page in the description below. Now, speaking of Instagram, I want to read to you guys an Instagram caption that I wrote that kind of correlates with the topic of this video, and it is: many people suggest that our 20s are a time to discover ourselves. However, I can't help but to think it's more like a time to rediscover who we were before we became fixated on success and results. In growing up, we unconsciously forget how much of our inner child and organic selves we ignore as we become more of an individual and seek others' approval. Through this process, we begin to lose an essential tool, and that is our curiosity. We get so trapped inside our identities and the limited beliefs that come with them that we forget how to think curiously about ourselves, others, and the world around us. This makes for a robotic world of rigid thinkers with no flexibility to look outside of our identities we choose to adopt. Through a lens of curiosity, you can see every color imaginable. Think of how beautiful that would be. Now, with that being said, many people have reached out to me wanting updates on my journey since my spiritual awakening, and since I have uploaded that unintentional Kundalini spiritual awakening video. And of course, I'll make videos dedicated solely to that experience and that journey. But in sake of this video, when it comes to having a spiritual awakening, as many of you may know, in the process of having that, you begin to question a lot of things. Just not the things that go on in the external world, but the things that also go in the internal world, the things that go on in here and in here. And also, it kind of puts you more focused on the journey and the process as opposed to the end results. And through this, it has really brought back to my attention my own curious nature, and really helped me to see how much of an asset it really is. Because, you know, throughout grade school, they're kind of, you know, filing us down to specialize in something, and as we get a little older, we begin to think less curiously about things, and we get really stuck in, you know, formulas, these rigid formulas, you know, 1 + 1 should equal 2, and a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and if-then statements and so forth. So it makes sense that some people would approach life and think, well, you know, if I get a nice car, a nice house, and a trophy wife or a trophy husband, then I'll be happy, as opposed to, you know, looking at things from a lens of, you know, what if I did this? You know, what would happen? And through looking at things from that perspective, for me personally, it has made me more invested and more focused on the actual process than the results or whatever it is that I'm looking for. And for, you know, for previous example, like, you know, happiness. And by looking at things from that vantage point or perspective, it really has allowed me to be more focused on the process and really enjoying the experiences and the process, as opposed to looking for and being, stuck and fixated on results and outcomes. And by doing this, my curiosity has motivated me to want to explore the world and the people that I share with in relation to myself. And through that journey, through that experience, through that process, it became the answer. The journey, the experience, and the process became the answer. And that little bit of insight made me realize that some of the most fulfilling experiences that I've had in my lifetime all came from a place of curiosity. Now, I know what you're thinking. Leon, doesn't curiosity kill the cat? Well, luckily for us, neither one of us are cats. But if you are a cat and you happen to be watching this video, I just want to say meow, 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 meow. In closing for this video, if you're somebody that is looking to get more in touch with their curiosity and rediscover their own curious nature, one of the best things that I can tell you from my experience is try to place yourself in new environments wherever you can. And that can be done in a multitude of ways. It could be done, physically by, physically going to a city near you that has a different vibe, a different energy, a different culture to it than the one that you're from. Or if you're fortunate enough, traveling and going to another country, or just trying a new kind of exercise regimen. If you're used to lifting weights or running on a treadmill, possibly trying kickboxing or jiu-jitsu or yoga. And it can also be done mentally, by reading and learning about things that interest you, but you may not know that much about, or simply reading a autobiography about somebody who is, doesn't look like you or come from the same walk of life as you. It could also be done socially by hanging out and talking to people who you typically wouldn't hang out with or never really, engage with in a conversation. And you're doing all of this not for some sort of outcome, but just simply for the experience, for the journey. One of my favorite philosophers and writers, Alan Watts, has this saying, and I'm paraphrasing here, where, when you dance, you don't dance to end up somewhere specifically on the dance floor. You're dancing to feel the experience of dancing and the camaraderie of dancing with other people, the sensation you feel when you move from your head space and heart space into your body, and just moving to the rhythms of the music. And by doing this, more than likely you'll come across something that you needed but didn't know that you needed until you came across it. And whatever that thing may be, watch how curiously your mind will begin to take to that, as well as other things around you and things that come across to you and to your attention while you're on your own journey of self-discovery and expression. And that could be a very beautiful and interesting and stimulating thing to reignite you and get you more in tune with your curiosity. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really looking forward to getting back to making the original content. So as always, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk soon. Peace.